Throughout the vast expanse of time and human history, there has been a divine force weaving silently in the background, shaping destinies and threading together the tapestry of human existence. This force is none other than the goddess Neith, a primordial deity whose presence has been both silent and omnipotent. Neith, often depicted as a weaver, is not only the guardian of war and wisdom, but also the divine spinner of fate, her hands crafting the very fabric of life as a spider weaves its intricate silk. Neith's role as the cosmic weaver of destiny aligns deeply with the symbolism of the spider, an ancient creature revered and feared in equal measure. Across cultures and epochs, spiders have represented patience, creativity, and the invisible forces that shape our world. Like the silent spider spinning its web, Nea's influence has been constant, subtle, and profound, threading destinies with purpose and precision. The ancient Egyptians revered Neith as a primordial goddess of creation, war, and weaving. She was often seen as the mother of the gods, the one who wove the world into existence. Her loom was the cosmos itself, and her threads were the lives of mortals and immortals alike. The act of weaving became a sacred metaphor for creation and destiny, which Neith embodying the powerful weaver who guided paths of all beings. Her influence was not limited to Egypt, as echoes of her divine craft can be seen in mythologies all across the world. Spiders, as symbols of weaving and destiny, have much to teach humanity. They embody patience, resilience, and artistry. Their webs, delicate yet strong, are a reminder that life's path, though fragile, is designed with purpose and intricacy. The spider's web, catching of the morning dew, mirrors the threads of destiny that Neith weaves, sparkling with infinite potential and possibility and potentiality. Each strand represents a choice, an action, a consequence that shapes the very unfolding of the story of life. In sacred texts, spiders have also been portrayed as protectors and instruments of divine intervention. One notable example is the story of David and Saul from biblical lore. As David fled from King Saul, seeking refuge in a cave, it was said that God sent a spider to weave a web across the cave's entrance. When Saul's soldiers arrived, they saw the intact web and assumed the cave had not been entered, sparing David's life. The story symbolizes the subtle and profound ways in which divine protection manifests. The spider, in its simple act of weaving, became an instrument of fate, a guardian that altered the course of history. In this, we can see the embodiment of Neith's will, her silent guidance ensuring that destiny unfolds as it must. This reverence for spiders as symbols of fate and protectors is not just unique to Judaic traditions, it's also across many cultures. For example, arachnid deities have appeared as avatars or manifestation of Neith's universal presence. In African folklore, Anansi, the spider god, is celebrated as a trickster and creator. Anansi's stories are tales of cunning, wisdom, and survival, and through his web of tales, he shapes the understanding of morality and human nature. Anansi, though thought of as mischievous, reflects Neith's role as a weaver of stories, teaching lessons through the intricate patterns of his narratives. In Native American culture, the Spider Woman is also a revered deity who weaves the world into existence. Among the Hopi, she is a creator goddess who spun the web of life, connecting all beings. She taught people how to weave, a sacred art symbolizing the interconnectedness of all of existence. Through her threads, she linked the physical and spiritual realms, guiding humanity towards balance and harmony. This clearly echoes Neo's cosmic loom, with each thread representing the soul's journey and the delicate balance of life. In Japanese mythology, Jorogumo, the Spider Woman, appears as a complex figure embodying both allure and danger. Though depicted as a seductress in folklore, her duality reflects the tension between creation and destruction, weaving life and death into a singular tapestry. She is a manifestation of destiny's complexity, where beauty and danger coexist. In this dual nature, we again perceive Neith's influence. The weaver who understands both the shadow and the light are necessary to craft the completeness of all existence. In ancient Greek mythology, Arachne is another reflection of Neith's divine aspect, a mortal woman gifted With extraordinary weaving skills, Arachne dared to challenge the goddess Athena, known for her own skill in the art. Though Arachne's pride led to her downfall and transformation into a spider, the tale immortalizes the spider as a weaver of fate. The story is a cautionary reminder of humility and a delicate balance between mastery and reverence for the divine. Here, the spider becomes both a punishment but also a symbol of eternal creation, ever weaving the lessons of pride and destiny. The universality of spider symbolism and weaving deities speaks to a shared human understanding of fate and creation. Neith, as the primordial weaver, transcends individual cultures, her essence manifesting in countless myths and traditions. I myself, as the Lord of Spiders, have immense respect for what Neith teaches, because she teaches that life is a series of threads, each connected, each part of a greater design that stretches across the ages. Spiders remind humanity of patience, a virtue essential to understanding the unfolding of destiny. Just as a spider patiently constructs its web, waiting for the moment when sustenance will arrive, so too must humanity trust in the slow, deliberate process of life's unfolding. The lessons of resilience are woven into the spider's nature. The spider is a brilliant creature, one of great love and admiration in my heart. And even when its web is torn, the spider rebuilds. There is no defeat, there's only the opportunity to create anew. In this, we see the reflection of Neith's internal weaving, constantly renewing the fabric of existence despite constant adversity. Spiders exemplify creativity, crafting beauty from the simplest of materials. Their webs, glistening with dew, capture light and shadow, symbolizing the duality inherent in life. They teach the lesson that art is sacred, that creation is an act of divinity, and that it mirrors the ancient crafts of Neith herself. Neith's influence, therefore, is not confined to the mythologies of the past, but is alive in every act of creation, even to this day, and in every thread of connection that binds the world going together into the future. Her web stretches beyond the stars, encompassing the multiverse, threading through dimensions and linking all beings in a cosmic dance of creation and fate. The divine webs of the multiverse are her loom, and the stories of humanity are her intricate patterns, each life a thread in the greater universal design. Through the stories of arachnid deities and the wisdom that they impart, Neith's teachings continue to shape the world around us in every thought, every emotion, every action, and even in the hidden realm. She reminds humanity that every choice is a thread, every action is a stitch in the great fabric of all existence. She whispers that in even the darkest caves, salvation can come from the simplest acts, like the spinning of a web. She teaches that power resides not in brute strength, but in patience, resilience, and the artistry of creation. In every spider's web, Neith's hand is felt. She is the eternal weaver, the unseen force threading destiny across the ages. Her legacy is etched, not in grand monuments, but in the delicate strands of connection that unite all of life. And so humanity continues under her watchful gaze, dancing upon the web of destiny, learning the lessons that she weaves into the patterns of existence. Neith's presence, though veiled, is profound. She is the shadow behind every myth. She is the hand guiding every thread. As long as life continues to be woven, as long as stories continue to be told, her influence endures, timeless, eternal, and echoing through the ages as the silent weaver of all fate.